Nothing like a home-cooked meal, complete with coffee and dessert. The nation's press has had a field day billing this clash as a colorful intersectional battle. It's the North versus the South, as the East's most powerful football aggregation returns to defend its Gator Bowl title, earned with a decisive win last year over Georgia Tech. As the fans start to pour in now, let's take a look at the teams, their records, and some of the talent you'll be seeing performing. The Nittany Lions posted a fine 9-1 season's record, earned a high national ranking, and were voted the Lambert Trophy as the finest team in the East. Leading the attack in the forward wall, All-East tackle Charlie Szymanski. Dave Robinson was elected to everybody's All-American team for his consistently brilliant play at right end. Field general for Penn State is versatile Pete List. All-American halfback Roger Kaufman is the man to watch in the Penn State backfield. On the right, the head man at Penn State, one of the nation's most popular college coaches, Rip Engel. Chatting with Engel is Florida's affable head coach, Ray Graves, now in his third successful year at the helm of the Gators. Florida's 6-4 record was posted in the rugged Southeastern Conference against some of the nation's great teams. Team leadership of the Gators is shared by center Bruce Culpepper and by halfback Lindy Infante. Sensational sophomore Larry Dupree was voted All-Southeastern Conference halfback. Another sophomore, Tom Shannon, leads the strong Florida offense. The Florida line has produced great performances during the season. Number 77, junior Andy Lasky, is typical of the aggressive play of the Florida forward wall. As we near game time, some celebrities have been seen in the crowd. There's Gator Bowl President Joe Sikora chatting with Florida's Governor Bryant and University President Wrights. There's Penn State President Eric Walker, as well as Jacksonville's Mayor Hayden Burns and Mrs. Burns. It seems a line is formed for autographs from Miss America, lovely Jacqueline Jean Meyer. All is in readiness now, and millions across the land await the kickoff. So here is Dick Stratton to describe the action.
The South meets the North in a top college football attraction. Penn State in the white uniforms, ready to kick off. Ron Coates starts the 1962 Gator Bowl game, sending the football to the Florida Gators. Fullback Jim O'Donnell on the receiving end at the 19, returning upfield to the Florida 33. This is the Gator Bowl, Jacksonville, Florida. Penn State and Florida. Tom Shannon is the orange and blue quarterback, with it now 2nd and 10 to go. It's the first quarter. Shannon is looking for a pass receiver. He connects with end Russ Brown. The pass combination is just short of a first down. Shannon gets a sample of the famous Penn State defense, as on 3rd down he tries to sneak ahead. It's close enough, though, for a measurement. And Florida finds themselves inches short with a 4th down coming up. At their own 43, the Gators elect to gamble, and Shannon cracks the Penn State line again. The gamble pays off. The Gators have the game's first down. First quarter, no score. Florida on the move at their own 45. Halfback Jerry Newcomer calls on, and he is hemmed up after a 4-yard gain. Another sellout crowd of over 50,000 watching, with CBS television sending this contest across the nation to millions. Shannon tosses to halfback Larry Dupree. The sophomore sensation is across midfield. Down to the Penn State 42. But erase this fine play. The Gators draw a 5-yard penalty for illegal motion. Back at their own 44 with long yardage needed, quarterback Tom Shannon goes for the big play. A pass aimed way downfield for halfback Newcomer, but Al Gursky is there to make a nifty Penn State interception. And Penn State will get their first chance on offense today. From their own 17, List loses no time calling on All-America halfback Roger Kaufman. But the football gets loose, and Florida's quarterback Tom Shannon is Johnny on the spot to recover. A wonderful opportunity for the Gators. Gator Bowl, first quarter, no score, with Florida now only 28 yards away from the end zone. Shannon to Newcomer. Fine running by Newcomer for a 6-yard explosion to the 22. Fullback O'Donnell gets the call, but there's tackle Charles Szymanski to make the stop after a yard gain. 3rd down, 3 yards necessary to keep this Florida drive alive. Penn State guard Rosedahl cracks through to Phil Shannon. The ball is free. Penn State recovers. But a sigh of relief for the Florida fans. The ball was blown dead as Shannon's knees hit the turf inside the 25. It's a 4th down now with 7 big yards needed. Sophomore tackle Bob Lyle is into the ball game, trying for a field goal. Bobby Dodd holding at the 33. The boot is up and flying towards the uprights. It's good. Lyle's 43-yarder gives Florida a 3-0 lead over Penn State. Following the kickoff, Penn State at their own 30. Lisp hands to Gursky, and Big Al is cartwheeled by tackle Dennis Murphy. 2nd down and 8 now for the Nittany Lions. Dave Hayes carries the ball, and Murphy is there again along with Richburg to make the stop. Penn State needs 5. And this 3rd down pass, Lisp to Gursky, falls incomplete. So the men of Coach Rip Engel are forced to punt the ball back to Coach Ray Graves' Gators. First quarter from their own 18. Quarterback Tom Shannon now calls on all Southeastern Conference halfback Dupree. And he jets all the way up to the 45. A 23-yard advance, longest of the day so far. The Gators are doing some dandy blocking and leading 3-0. The assignment goes to halfback Sammy Mack this time. He's off to the Penn State 45 for another first down. The tradition of the Gator Bowl football excitement is really holding true today. Quarterback Batten rolling out, racing for the Penn State 41. And Batten is jarred out of bounds after a 4-yard trip. We are late in the first quarter. Florida 3, Penn State nothing. Quarterback now is Tom Shannon calling the signals, but he's hemmed up by the Nittany Lion defense as he looks to pass. The result, a 9-yard loss. The game already has experienced plenty of fine defense. And with it 4th and 16, Gator Hagan Clark is back punting the ball to Penn State. But hold on, the ball becomes free when it hits a state player. After the scramble, it's Florida's Bruce Starling recovering. From 24 yards away, the University of Florida Gators are looking to put more numbers on the scoreboard. Shannon pitches back to Dupree, and Larry D makes it nicely to the Penn State 19. Coach Rip Engel calls on his defense to make a stand. The Florida call goes to halfback Mack. This time he battles down to the 16. Leading 3-0, Florida has it 3rd and 2 at the Nittany Line 16. Dupree now fielding one from the Gator Bowl turf. Finds on-charging Buddy Torres there to cause a 7-yard Gator loss. Now the Gators need a big play. It's 4th down, 11 yards needed. Quarterback Shannon is looking and tossing. And Russ Brown, surrounded by 4 defenders, makes a first down catch at the 12-yard line. Gator Bowl first quarter, time is running out as the high-spirited Florida Gators are 12 yards away from a touchdown. Marking the signal, Shannon. He decides to keep, crashing inside the 10. The Gator Bowl defending champion Nittany Lions are digging in defensively as from the 9-yard line, Shannon goes back to pass. The chase is by All-American Dave Robinson, now in the Gator Bowl Hall of Fame. A nifty twist, but the Penn State defensive men are there to toss Shannon for a half-a-yard loss. As the exciting action-packed Jacksonville, Florida Gator Bowl first quarter comes to an end, with Florida leading Penn State 3-0. Second quarter, Florida better than 9 yards away from a score. And halfback Jerry Newcomer gets 2 of 7 needed for a first down. The fans are ready for a big 4th down play. Florida needing to gain 5 yards to keep this drive alive, 7 yards to score. Shannon rolling out and looking. A good fake pass. And Shannon races to the 1-yard line for a first and goal. Hold on, though. A first play illegal motion penalty now has the Gators operating first and goal back at the 6. That's Dupree slipping into the arms of Ed Stuckrad for a yard loss. With it 2nd and goal from the 7, Shannon comes up with a winner, a sophomore combination. Shannon to Dupree. What a catch! A Florida touchdown. Bobby Dodd Jr. into the game to hold. Jimmy Hall's extra point boot is on target as Florida takes a second quarter 10-0 Gator Bowl lead over Penn State. But this fine 9-1 regular season team, Penn State, comes to life. Quarterback List tossing a bullseye to end Bud Yost. It's on target. A big 17-yard gain across the Penn State 45. First and 10, Penn State at their own 47. Powell carrying, but Russ Brown throws up a stone wall. Quarterback List, one of the best in the business, has a pass on target to halfback Junior Powell, and Penn State moves into Florida territory at the Gator 41. This is more like it, says Coach Ingle. Good defense. Hayes now is hit by Travis and Brown and then wrestled down to the turf by little Larry Liverto with some help from Sam Holland. That makes it 4 and 8 yards needed for Penn State at the Florida 37. This will have to be a dandy. Quarterback List back again looking for a receiver. And what a catch by Junior Powell for the important first down. Gator Bowl, second quarter. Coach Ingle's Lions making a serious threat from 27 yards away. List deadly through the air, and Powell is quite a receiver, holding on for another big Penn State gain. It's just before halftime, and time is a big factor now. Penn State 19 yards away from a score. Quarterback Lisk is keeping downfield for 2 more yards. Second down and 8 at the Florida 17, with Lisk looking again, aiming at Bill Bowen. Incomplete. 10-0 Florida, with Penn State needing 8 for a third down. Lisk to Powell on target. Powell advancing down to the 9. First and goal for the men of Penn State. The quarterback now is Don Kahn. He rolls out nicely to slip inside the 5-yard line with little time left in the second quarter of the Gator Bowl. Lisk is into the game again as field general, calling on fullback Hayes. Hayes to the 1. It's third down and goal from a yard away. Fullback Hayes again, stopped neatly by the Gator men of Florida, led by center Petty. It's 4th and 1 with seconds left in the first half. Robinson into the game at right end. Quarterback Lisk rolls out with the option of passing or running. Lisk sees clear sailing and races towards the end zone for a Penn State touchdown with 30 seconds left to go in the half. For Penn State now, Ron Coates is into the game to try the extra point. His 1-point kick is good. Wow, what a first half of action-packed football in Jacksonville, Florida's Gator Bowl. Gator Bowl Association members who, through their membership, enjoy the advantage of preferred seats are getting double their money and excitement today.
From the snow-capped hills of western Pennsylvania to the warm green of the Gator Bowl turf comes the fine Penn State University band. And the visitor offers a friendly salute to the host. Onto the field now marches the high-stepping University of Florida Fighting Gator Band. A highlight of this halftime show is about to take place as the Florida Band performs portions of Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, complete with artillery. onto the field now is the Gator Bowl Queen and members of her court. All lovely ladies honored for their charm, talent, and of course, beauty. The Gator Bowl Queen this year is lovely Gail Clark of Macon, Georgia, a 20-year-old junior from the University of Georgia. Queen Gail is crowned at the Gala Coronation Ball, an outstanding social event exclusively for Gator Bowl members and their wives. Gail was chosen from a select group of 16 contestants from many different states of the Union. 5 more young ladies were selected for Queen Gail's court. In addition to the ball, a full round of other exciting activities precedes the Big Gator Bowl game. Star-class sailboats churn the choppy St. Johns River in one of several water events. Competition was keen among the 200 entrants in the amateur and pro-am golf tournaments. The bowling tournament attracted a record 460 entries, vying for the top cash prize of $2,000. The entire family was invited to the Gatorama and treated to a brilliant fireworks display. An outstanding feature of Gator Bowl week was the basketball tournament. This year, spectators viewed the closest, most exciting games of any previous tournament. Nationally ranked Georgia Tech defeated the University of Florida in overtime for the crown. A touch of glamour was added to the basketball festivities by the internationally famous Dixie Bells from Delta State College in Mississippi. And they also treat 50,000 fans to a high-stepping halftime performance. And now with the teams back on the field, it's time for the second half kickoff.
Leading 10-7, Florida will start playing the Gator Bowl second half with Bob Lyle kicking off. Roger Kaufman on the receiving end at the 1. The Penn State All-America heads upfield, and at the 25, he's met head-on by Haggard Clark. A touchdown will put Penn State ahead. That's fullback Dave Hayes diving his way nicely for 6 yards to the Penn State 30. 2nd and 4 needed, with Hayes finding tough going over the Florida defense this time. And at their own 32 here in the third quarter of the Gator Bowl action. The quarterback is Lisk, leading the Penn State team. He's back to pass. But here comes Tom Gregory to jar him loose of the football. And tackle Anton Peters enjoys the thrill of recovering a fumble for Florida. Leading 10-7, the University of Florida has a first down and 10 at the Penn State 19. Shannon at quarterback, Dupree, O'Donnell, and Newcomer, the other Gator back. Dupree, the ball carrier, but Tuckrath and Robinson haul him down for no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 19. On the move, Dupree. There's a fumble, but Gator guard Jack Katz is there to recover to save a Florida attack at the 16. With 7 yards needed on 3rd down, Shannon goes back and looks for a favorite receiver. Russ Brown has got it. He gets 4 of 7 necessary. Gator Bowl, 3rd quarter. Florida down close at the 12. Shannon pitches back to O'Donnell. Calm and Baker close in fast to stop Big Jim near the 10. This will bring out the chain gang for a measurement. Penn State has held at the 10-yard line and will now try to launch an attack of their own. 1st and 10 at the 10. Fullback Ed Stuckrad bangs out 5 yards over the right side. A defensive gem by N. Russ Brown as Al Gursky tries his side. That's a yard loss for Penn State. 3rd quarter, Penn State at their own 14. Quarterback Pete Lisk is looking, throwing, but it's incomplete. And the Nittany Lions punt the ball back to the Gators. This is the Gator Bowl, Jacksonville, Florida. Florida on offense once again, trying to increase a 10-7 advantage over Penn State. From their own 47, Dupree hammers up the middle, gaining 4. In Penn State territory by a yard, the Gators have Mack in action. He's cut down after an advantage of 5 yards. The assignment for Florida, get a first down, and halfback Larry Dupree is usually dependable. Mr. D from McClenny goes through again, knifing his way to the Penn State 40. That is a first down. We're late in the third quarter. Batten to Dupree, but there's no running room there as the door slams for no gain. Second down and 10. Batten goes airborne. On charging Robinson, knocks it down before it gets launched. Incomplete. The Penn State defense calls a Gator punt, and State fans are calling for an offensive march. Hayes through the middle for 4. This drive started back at their own 20. State 2nd and 6 at their own 35 now. This handing to Roger Kaufman. A 5-yard gain with Richburg on the tackle. Leading one for a first down now. The assignment goes to fullback Hayes. He hits the middle. Is it enough? We'll have to wait and see. Yes, first down, Penn State at their own 41. On the move, the Nittany Lions. Watch a nifty effort now by Florida's Bruce Starling as he intercepts a Pete Lisk pass. Florida's football once again. First and 10 at the Penn State 49, third quarter. Barking the signals is Shannon. He gets, keeps, carries the mail for a plus 4-yard gain. Second and 6 at the Penn State 45. Shannon to Dupree. Fine defensive effort, though, by Dave Hayes for a 2-yard loss. The Battle of the North and South has produced a super Gator Bowl game so far. Shannon is hunting and tossing for Newcomer. Bullseye for a 20-yard gain. First down, Florida at the Penn State 27. And they're looking for more. Sammy Mack is searching for traveling room to the 26, and that's all there is. Seconds left in the third quarter. Dupree gets blocking down the middle, and the sophomore halfback is away for 7. He's a yard short, though, of a first down as the third quarter ends. On 3rd and 1, quarterback Shannon pulls a nifty, going for the home run instead of the first down. Shannon to Clark. Touchdown, Florida. It's 16-7, Florida leading, and Jimmy Hall will try to make it 17. Bobby Dodd Jr. holding. Hall's kick. It's good as gold, and Florida takes a 17-7 lead over Penn State. The fourth quarter had some real fireworks. From the 20, Penn State battling back. Lisk connects to Junior Powell for 8 yards. A close-up look at halfback Roger Kaufman, an All-American, jetting up the middle for 17 yards. First down at the 44, a short pass to Powell, and he dances into Florida land at the 40. But it's called back because of illegal motion. Fourth quarter, and Penn State looking now for a big play. Back to pass. But downfield, Ken Russell is there to end the attack for the Gator interception. 17-7 Florida with little time left in the Gator Bowl attraction. Here's Shannon on the move, dashing up the middle for 11 yards. Shannon won a spot in the Gator Bowl Hall of Fame for his performance. Quite a game with Libator now being called on. The 139-pound all-heart player races for 12 years as the whole game ends. Final score, Florida 17, Penn State 7. And Coach Gray Graves and his Florida Gators enjoy one of their finest football moments with a victory over always highly respected Penn State.